Hello everyone, greetings. JayFx here. All right, so somebody just sent me a very intellectual question about the aspect of how am I able to cope with understanding multiple trading strategies and to be able to use them the way I use them. It seems like it doesn't really have a problem for me, or it's not a conflict for me to trade while I understand different methods. And while replying the person, I thought about it and I was like, I think this is a question the general public also will be wondering. So I decided, okay, let me do a voice note and send to the channel, and then just leave it as something about this particular issue. Do you understand? So well, it's not an issue basically. It's just some information. So one of the aspects you guys need to understand is that these are all technical methods. This does not determine your success rate in trading or if you're going to be successful. It's just a strategic method you use to understand the chart. It's a concept, a strategic approach you're using to interpret the market. So it doesn't define you. It doesn't even define your edge. You understand? Your edge could be confluence from multiple strategies. When you put them all together, you're able to understand what you want to understand. So what I'm trying to do basically is that I'm trying to give traders this freedom. Freedom from technical analysis. Freedom from models. Freedom from mentors. Do you understand? You don't have to stick to a particular pattern. And why I'm saying this is not like it's not good. It's because markets are changing. The market, not just Forex trading, the whole world itself is changing. And from what we can see right now, previous patterns cannot determine the next move. Do you understand? You can be good with smart money concept, but you can clearly confirm if you have been using smart money concept recently, that is within January till now, you can confirm that some patterns are deliberately not working. Not because they don't work anymore. The algorithm is upgrading. You can see the advancement in AI from January till now. And as an analyst, as an intellectual, as a human being who is evolving, are you supposed to stick to what you already know, or are you supposed to evolve? And now this is a prediction I made last year. That was one of the reasons why I made this move. Do you understand? I did my own statistics and I saw this view that likely in the nearest future, we're moving into a phase where a single religion concept cannot really help you out of this whole survivor thing anymore. A single perspective, a single point of view cannot really help you negotiate a business anymore. You have to look at the other person's perspective. You have to be open. Pride is different from ego. Do you understand? When you have pride for something you already have, something you know. But when you have ego, you're having ego about something you don't have. So your ego is rising because you want it. You're egotistic about it. But that doesn't mean you have it. If you have that thing, you would have pride about it. You'll be prideful to talk about it. But you don't really have it, so you're egotistic. You're pretending. You're giving an illusion that you have that thing. And that is what patterns do. Patterns give you illusions. Illusions that create confidence that what you're seeing is correct. That doesn't mean it's correct. Do you understand? That doesn't mean it's correct. It doesn't mean that's what the algorithm is doing. Back in the days, in the early 90s, we had human beings observing these stuff and trying to create patterns that could predict the human behavior. These patterns were printed into algorithms. And then algorithms are carrying out the executions to trace out these patterns. Along the ways, individuals have come out of these secret moves to create things like the ICT and the concepts we have within smart money. But that doesn't mean that the algorithm is not going to get upgraded. So please, while you learn about smart money concepts, don't keep your perspective within it. Don't look at it like you're looking at a religion you're being taught about, like going to the church. Look at it like going to school to learn about English language. And then there's mathematics elsewhere. There's microbiology elsewhere. There's, there are multiple courses you could learn. And at the end of the day, you're not just learning one, like how our curriculum has been built in the first place by saying, go to school and study a single course. That doesn't work anymore. You can be so good in microbiology in today's world and be so useless at the same time. Do you understand? But at the same time, if you know microbiology and you have other skills, you would find out that those skills might be your survival move. So at the end of the day, you might be good in Wyckoff, but a single concept of a weak low from smart money concept can save you from taking that trade that could have, blow your account. You could be good in Elliott wave, but the understanding of liquidity and stop hunt could be what could save you. Do you understand? So the idea is giving traders that opportunity to have perspectives and to also be able to interpret other points of view, because you're not expected to understand Wyckoff when you don't understand how Wyckoff works. You're not expected. That is inequality. Do you understand? When you're put in a position where you are fighting against people who understand Wyckoff, or you're supposed to predict the market, and you're not taught about Wyckoff, it's not fair. That is what inequality really is. You're not given an equal tool to face the opponent. You understand? That's why I decided to create mentorship programs. That's why you see Elliott Wave mentorship, Wyckoff mentorship, Harmonic Patterns mentorship. And in the future, we might have Malaysian SNR. Do you understand? We might have multiple concepts coming up. As long as I'm around to learn them, I will do the mentorship and post it on YouTube. My aim is not to confuse you, not to convince you, but basically to give you that option of equality, so you can be able to interpret a chart when you see it, not to destroy your edge. It's for you to be able to understand what the Wyckoff analyst from the community is trying to tell you when he's sending his own chart. For you to be able to understand what the Elliott Wave analyst is trying to tell you when they send their own chart. For you to be able to understand what I'm telling you when I post my videos.